But moving on to another slimy company moves. The latest update in Nintendo lawsuit. I'm just going to just preference that. I want to say that there are many Nintendo lawsuits currently, and I'm just going to go real like 5. Nintendo versus how do you say that? Palworld? Am I saying that right? Pocket Pair?
Palworld.
Palworld. Yeah,
Well,
you know.
Pocket Pair is the developer. Palworld is the game.
Okay, yeah. So that's one. And then they have another counterfeit lawsuits with Amiibo case, and they literally just won $7 million judgment on that. Wow. And then they have a modding device lawsuit against Migflesh, if I'm saying that right. I didn't even
The MIG
I didn't even know that was a thing. Like you sue modding devices. I didn't even know companies
Yeah,
wasted their time with that. And
only Nintendo.
yeah, Genki and the Switch 2 lawsuit or resolution, whatever you want to call that. Yeah, so those were like the 5 major lawsuits. Some of them had already, like I said, one of them already had judgment. I think some of them are getting appealed and things like that. But them were the top 5 lawsuits of hundreds and hundreds of Nintendo lawsuits. But I'll let you get into the one you're focused on.
The one that I was focused was the Palworld and Pocket Pair lawsuit because the
Mm-hmm.
current update is we talked about it how Nintendo won the patent for capturing creatures in a ball, which was already scummy enough. And that's their ammo to sue Pocket Pair to because they don't want pretty much in the sense they don't want competition. But the latest update was Pocket Pair was trying to defend themselves and they used quote unquote saying that hey, there are mods, not just Nintendo games, but various other games that use such mechanics. And Nintendo's response, and they are having their lawyers work triple time in stating that, well, one, mods are not real content or real pieces of artwork. And if the judge presiding over this case chooses to really heed that statement and their argument, it spells very, very much danger for the gaming industry in a whole because a lot of games live and continue to live off of mod support. And what it'll do is it takes away the protection the mod creator has when a shitty game comes out and that modder puts whatever content or mod in it that not only fixes it, looking at you, Bethesda, but also adds more
Look,
value to that game.
I'm looking
It
at you, The Sims, EA.
or them too. Now, if the judge rules that modding ain't real, it's not real artwork and etc. When modders make something, these corporations can just take it, put it in a whole new game, charge for it, and the original creator won't see a dime for it. They'll get nothing.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah,
you did all this work and you made them more money because currently, when a mod is made for a game, it's free.
yeah,
This is the whole reason why this day Skyrim is still played the way that it is because of the modding community. The
yeah,
mods, and I can't even start. There are mods for everything in Skyrim.
yeah. I've seen
We're
some
talking about a
crazy
nearly
mods.
15-year-old game.
No, I'm just saying I've seen crazy mods in Skyrim. You know, just videos of the different mods and things they added to the game. Even like you said, years later, people are still playing this because of the mods. Some games only
Absolutely.
survive off the modding community, and I'm looking at you, fucking Sims, because the Sims game literally launches every time they give an update. It fucking breaks the game. And who comes to save the day? The modders. And the
Modders.
mods literally make the game playable. Like, there's no way the Sims will be functioning. And they even have their own little finasco going on because of something that break the game so much. They put out a press release saying, hey, we can't figure it out right now. We're walking a lot of stuff back, some features, trying to have the game become stable because it's currently unfucking stable. And who does the mod community help the most? Of course, if you're playing on PC. So the Sims that is on consoles is literally unplayable. So, but I just wanted to preface that
Oh
playable
yeah.
ass game.
And I was gonna say there is a current popular mod for a video game that we love. Space Marine 2. There's a
Yeah, yeah.
mod that allows I
We
think it was
talked about
I think it was 8 or 12 player people added for the
it.
siege mode that the developers were like, hey, we didn't think of that. And they
Yeah.
supported it and allowed it to stay stay in the game.
Mhm.
But you listen to Nintendo, oh, that ain't real. Don't mean nothing. Like you have never seen such a hive of scum and villainy more than Nintendo. Because rather than just take the L that someone is making a better Pokemon-esque game than you, and rather than you putting in more work to make a good Pokemon game, your thing is we're gonna sue the shit out of you, so we ain't gotta worry about this competition. That's literally what they're doing. That is literally what they are doing, and it is another round of scum, anti-consumer, and I really want to bring it to people's attention because your average consumer, the casuals, you all don't know this shit, and the more you all don't know, the less likely you can stop it from happening. But that is crazy that Nintendo truly does just not want competition so damn bad. And man, we're gonna sue the fucks out of them. But there is a silver lining. And Pocket Pair, shout out to you. Stay classy. Because not only is Pocket Pair fighting Nintendo on this lawsuit, because your average person or company, majority of the time, they just bow down and be like, all right, fuck it, bro. All right. Because they don't have the money to fight Nintendo.
Yeah, because they'll
But
make you dry for years.
but because of the success of Palworld, Pocket Pair said we're gonna fight it. But not just that, Nintendo won the patent. Pocket Pair released a trailer for their new game. It blatantly shows off you taking ball-esque items and capturing creature likes in them to control and use them. And they said, fuck you, Nintendo. You don't control game mechanics. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Because if
shout out to them.
Nintendo is allowed to corner the market on game mechanics, innovation will take the shittiest hardcore nosedive. You already had Warner Brothers patent the Nemesis system, and look what that's gotten. It's never been used again. Let Nintendo pocket a mechanic that they did not even invent. They didn't even invent it
Yeah. Yeah, like
because they're only going after this company because in Nintendo eyes they're small. Why don't you go after Capcom, motherfuckers? Why don't you go after the people who make the Dragon Quest series? I think that's Sega. You ain't going after your own people or anybody who has the juice to take your ass up in court. You try to go after the little people because, like I said, Nintendo does not want competition. Nintendo wants to give you shit and watch you smile and eat it every single time. I gotta do a quick sidebar. I did not know there was an amiibo lawsuit. You threw me off on a loop with that one. When you were naming them off, the infamous in my head was like, what? Hold up. We ain't got paperwork on that. An amiibo lawsuit. That just goes to show you just how much Nintendo lawyers love to sit in the courtroom. They will sue you
bruh.
and smile in your face and say, hey, we make the greatest games. You don't make shit. I'm passing on to my co-host, Treese. How do you feel about this?
Listen, you like I said, I've talked a lot of shit about Xbox and Nintendo, and that's never gonna change because they don't inspire to be shit. They don't want to be shit. They just want to suck every dollar they can. And I find that Nintendo is yo. They go to them press conference. They do these announcements at their little whatever quote unquote state of play or whatever they call it. They smile, they wave, they bow, they do all this nice shit. Once them cameras turn off and you ain't looking, they do grimy ass shit like this. And the fact that there's a modding device lawsuit, I just want to say fuck you to whoever that judge was that awarded them that game mechanic patent because that is
Patent lawsuit.
horrific. Listen, I already said that multiple game developers in these AAA need to band together and have that shit reverse because how can you even do that? Like, and then two, you can't pick and choose who you sue. I'll bring that up in the lawsuit. So you let X, Y, and Z do the same mechanic for X amount of years and you ain't brought this up yet? And you bring it up now to me? Nah, you being very selective. And I'll listen. I don't know what the right legal term is, discrimination or whatever, but I'll sue Nintendo back because baby, you trying to pick on this little studio because you feel like you can and you think your big dick money. Because Nintendo do got some big dick money. They don't boost it. They don't talk about it because they friendly. They smile, they wave, they have the little Super Mario little figure and they the old plumber and everybody loves Pokemon and man, Nintendo's are just so fucking shady. And this is just right up their shady alley. I don't know who's worse right now in my eyes, Nintendo or Xbox. I mean, I know Xbox is ruffling feathers right now, but Nintendo really ain't shit. Like at the end of the day,
Fuck them. Fuck
like
them all.
I have a Switch, but at the end of the day, spade is a spade, a duck is a duck, motherfucking Affleck. Nintendo is shady as fuck, and they're not pro-consumer. Being pro-consumer, nowhere in their history have they ever been that. And they always point that they revolutionized the game. And yes, maybe you did 40, 50 years ago, but we no longer give a fuck. It's 2025. Baby, you trying to charge $70 for a fucking cartridge. Get out. Stop playing in my face. Cause that's all Nintendo does is play in they fucking hardcore gamer face. Cause the hardcore can't tell them nothing about fucking Nintendo and none of the shit they fucking put out and none of the shit they do. They're always right. We talked about how people are arguing that Xbox is in the right to have $30 for Game Pass. I say the people that defend Nintendo is way larger than the Xbox people. And you can argue me this up and down, but I'm going to forever believe that because Nintendo has just decades selling people the same fucking game and no one has batted an eye. No one has said, hey, this is the same shit, look different. And sometimes the graphics get worse. What? How does a Pokemon graphics get worse? What? Like, so fuck Nintendo. It's always gonna be fuck Nintendo. And like I said, I haven't bought a new Switch 2. I barely played the Switch 1, and that's mainly because I had Stardew Valley on it, and you know this. And I play Smash Bros. You know,
Yeah,
I
that's
am
true.
I am very adamant on playing Smash Bros. Because that's just a little kindred to my childhood on the GameCube, baby. I do not play the latest Legends of Zelda, and you already made sure to note that Breath of the Wild was not a revolutionary to gaming. It was the same shit, just brought to Breath of the Wild for the first time to a Zelda series game. And people ate that
Yep.
up like Nintendo has changed the gaming world. Like the Nintendo fanatics, baby. I pray for you. I pray for your deliverance and from you to wake up from this dream, baby. Because Nintendo is literally fucking you any protection. And they're gonna continue to raw
Oh,
dog you. They're gonna continue
oh,
to raw dog you, and I mean to be graphic
oh.
because they are raw dogging the fuck out of you. Come on, people, we got to wake up as consumers. I know I love Pokemon too, but baby, I had to draw a fucking line in the sand. Like, you're no longer gonna sell me the same shit with different names, with a different little color variant, and a ugly ass little tint to it now. Like, get the fuck, stop playing in my face. And I just think
That's all it is.
Nintendo
That's all
Nintendo
it
is
is.
playing a dangerous game because like we keep saying, everybody's gearing up, everybody's buckling down. Nintendo's trying to charge $70 for a fucking cartridge. Get the fuck out of here. I think Nintendo out of all the game, and I guess listen, this is probably gonna sound biased because I've already preferenced that Sony is the only one I play for X, Y, and Z reasons. But I think out of all the gaming systems, and I could be wrong, maybe yeah, now that I'm even thinking about this is highly biased. I just think out of all the gaming systems, if you had all three, the first one I'm letting go in hard times is the Nintendo Switch. Me personally. And that, I've already said handheld is not for me. I play games at home. I play on a 75-inch TV. And like I said, the first one on the chopping blocks. The Xbox and Nintendo is probably tied, but I don't even play Xbox, so they like just fuck Nintendo. At the end of the day, that's all I'm saying. And hit the comments below if you feel the same way, or if you're gonna defend this foolishness and whoever this judge is need to be put in jail. He did something very unethical in passing that patent. I just don't understand how other companies, gaming companies, have let Nintendo just continue on this warpath they going on with these lawsuits. They literally, YouTube creators are even putting their logo in their video. Like, they lawyers work nonstop. I can only imagine they payroll for their lawyers because they gotta be profitable
Oh,
because I feel like that's a whole nother is the money they make off lawsuits, now that I think about it. That probably is its own like business identity for the company when they do they look at the books. God, Nintendo ain't shit. That's all I got.
I really just wanted to make sure I brought this
Awareness.
to the limelight because it was not being talked about, and the few people that talked about it kind of just said in a quick little session and ran off because a lot of people are afraid of Nintendo. I mean, you said it, we said it, and we know it. They will sue you. You will get a
Mhm.
copyright claim, a cease desist, whatever they can get their hands on
Even
to
on a
stop someone.
holiday, they have no days off.
Oh yeah,
Can get a cease and desist letter on a fucking holiday. Like the lawyers ain't got no
they don't
days
care.
off. Fuck Nintendo
I don't
forever.
know who it is that they retain for their legal rights or lawyers, whatever, but hey, they gotta be the best because they are undefeated.
And they go
They got a man
in
30
multiple
years in
countries.
jail, and for the rest of his life, he has to pay Nintendo a piece of his check.
Restitutions? They getting restitutions from somebody? Look, is that the right word? They
That's a
getting
good question. Is that the right word? I don't know. But I know
like
they sued
it's
someone. He went to
like a
jail,
person
got out
or
of
a
jail early
business
for good behavior.
entity. Oh
No,
my,
they sued a person. He
oh
went to
my,
jail.
oh
And when
my.
he got out for good behavior, he has to pay Nintendo a cut of his money for the rest of his life. And the amount of money he owes them, and I could not
Yes.
believe that they let
Suck
this
my
happen. He
suck my
owes
dick,
Nintendo
bitch.
$15 million for the rest
Bitch,
of
you'll
his
never
life.
get that shit. You man,
For
I
the
wouldn't
rest of
pay
his
not
life, he
one
gotta pay
cent.
Nintendo.
Everything I get in
Yep.
life going forward will be in a trust. Fuck you. Everything will be in my kid's name. Bitch, I ain't got shit. I'll die with that debt. Get
Oh
the
yeah.
fuck. Hit the comments below
Let's go
and how
ahead.
you feel. And just fuck Nintendo forever. But going on to the next topic. Golly. This is look, people in the comment gonna be like, yo, Teresa's very angry in this episode. Cause everything in this
they
fucking
were
topics
they're,
ain't
they're
shit.
gonna be like, what happened this week? They're very vocal, very
Look, Xbox
um
came with this bullshit. Fucking Nintendo in this bullshit. Like they gonna be like, yo, Trees is just
and that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?